So, in today's video, I wanted to talk about and also show some prime examples of how dating in the year 2025, which we're just a few more weeks away from being out of here completely, going into 2026, is not the same anymore. And with that being said, I wanted to show three different clips that are pertaining to black women, giving their perspectives and viewpoints on how frustrating it is dating as a black woman in the year 2025. Now, with all that being said, and without further ado, I'm going to roll the clips and, like I always, give my 2 cents, so to speak, while doing so.
I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like dating nowadays, it has become so boring and just uninteresting. I feel like a lot of these niggas do not put effort in no more. All they want to do is text. Niggas never want to talk on the phone. Then when it comes down to planning dates, you gotta be the one to plan a date. Like, damn, do you niggas not know how to plan dates anymore? Then I'm getting tired of texting. Like, texting is one of those things where I really don't like doing it because I grew up in an era where we talked on the phone all day. These niggas just want to text all day long. Then when it comes down to making plans, they act like they don't know how to plan anything. It's already sad enough that y'all don't know how to do simple things like go get roses. How is that hard to go to the grocery store and grab some roses? Nigga, y'all go to the store and y'all go get food, don't y'all? The roses be right next to the food aisle. Then roses don't even cost that much. You could buy a thing of roses for about $7. You niggas act like y'all don't know how to do anything anymore. I feel like when it comes down to relationships, like I feel like I'm becoming the man. I'm the one that plan on the dates. I'm the one that plan to do everything. And I get so sick and tired of being the planner. Like, I just want somebody to come and to match my energy. I want somebody that's going to be exciting and just full of life. I'm the type of person where I can be full of life. Sometimes I have my days, but like I'm really a full of life, adventurous type of gal. And I need a nigga to match that energy too. Then not only that, y'all niggas be expecting us women to come and sweep y'all off y'all feet. Y'all really be acting like y'all some princesses out here. There's no reason why us females are starting to do the shit that y'all niggas are doing. When it come to dating, I really feel like at this point, I should be dating a woman. And the reason why I say that is because I feel like I know how to treat a woman good. Like,
and speaking of how she just mentioned how she feels like she would be better off dating women, how many of you weren't surprised by her saying that? Because she does come across as pretty masculine. One, on behalf of her using the N word repeatedly. Then, number two, on behalf of her wearing the do-rag, the same kind of do-rag that you catch some of us guys wearing. You know, some of us guys who may sport either braids or waves. Even on behalf of some guys who may like to sport dreadlocks. Anyways.
Like, I can really be the man that a woman really needs. Like, I know how to plan dates. I know how to do adventurous shit. At this point, I think I'm ready to start talking to women. Because I feel like these niggas really be giving the bare minimum. And I'm sick of it. I don't know if it's just me.
And I also want to say, gone are the days whereas if we could turn back the hands of time as both men and women, and I would say on behalf of us, people over 40 years old, and we could go back to the days whereas we could be able to meet somebody in person due to how so many people nowadays believe in meeting somebody who they may feel like may be a compatible match online, usually through dating and online apps. If we could go back to the days whereas when more people had landlines, and for some of you who may not have ever heard that term landlines, look it up and you'll see exactly what I'm referring to. And where we could be able to meet after meeting a person, approaching a person in person, and having to exchange numbers, physical numbers, whereas that person would get to write down their phone number, and then we will be so anxious to get back home and talk to them using a landline instead of a cell phone. And not only that, getting a thrill of just approaching somebody physically instead of always being in front of a phone screen, either a phone screen usually or a computer screen. Whereas you also knew what you were up against instantly due to you approaching them in person. And then not only that, getting a chance to talk to them over the phone, over the landline for X amount of minutes, X amount of hours before any kind of sexual interaction took place. Because that's one of the main problems as well. So many of us, when we meet people nowadays through dating apps and online, we always for the most part looking for instant gratification. Not just instant gratification, but instant sexual gratification on top of that, due to how sex is glamorized so much nowadays in the media, whereas it seems like it's such a normal thing now, because just forget all about sexual morality, unlike how the Bible talks about we shouldn't be sexually immoral, how we shouldn't fornicate. Well, I hate to say it, but times have changed so drastically to the point where we have more dating hookup apps, so to speak. One of them is Tinder. I don't know how popular it is still, but apps like Tinder, like Hinge, just to name a few examples. Anyways.
And you know what? Some of us are single because we're looking for 90s love in a 2025 generation. You know, back then, back in our day, love wasn't about followers or streaks. It was about showing up. It was handwritten notes and CD mixes and long phone calls where you'd fall asleep mid conversation. Remember that? Now it's what you do in text and half effort. It's people afraid to feel too much but quick to post like they do. You know? See, we grew up watching couples who actually worked through stuff, who didn't just go ghost when things got real. You know, you want connection, not convenience. But this generation moves fast. It's like everyone's scared to slow down long enough to actually feel. So, yeah, maybe we're single, but it's not because we're broken. It's because we remember what love looked like. The kind that wasn't perfect, but it was present. Till we find that again, we're not settling. We'd rather wait for something real than pretend with something temporary. Because 90s kind of love, that's rare now.
A lot of folks been asking me lately, Tierney, why you only talk to men for like a few days and then it don't last? I'm about to give you 3 scenarios on why it don't last. This one lasted for like a few hours. We were texting. He asked me what I do. I said, I'm a pediatric nurse. He said, so you work with kids? That's what pediatric means. And then he was like, asked me what exactly do I do, because he was like, do you just wipe ass all day? I said, I mean, I wipe a little ass, a little infant ass. I'm fine with that. That's cool. But yeah, I wipe a little ass. That's part of healthcare, patient direct care. And I said, but mostly their parents are there, so I usually do medications, I put in IVs, name it, everything I do in my scope of practice. And he opens his mouth to say, do you have to get a degree for that, or? Blocked! Because you slow. The next scenario, they're just so hypersexual. Like, I was talking to this other guy. I'm 26, he's 36. I decided to up the range a little bit, making it be better. It was not better. So, we were talking, and everything I said, this man made it sexual. He was like, he was just, like, I could say, yeah, I went swimming. Yeah, I love to see you in a swimsuit. Or I could say, yeah, I just left the gym. I'm so sweaty, you know. I know you sweat. I love to see you sweat. What is wrong with you? Blocked! Because why are you so freaky? The next one, it was always something wrong. Like, he got to work. He said he forgot his lunch. And he was like, oh, yeah, BB and Big Mama. I sent him like $15, $20. I said, oh, you know, get you some lunch. You know, it's a rough day. And the next day, I gotta get my car fixed. This messed up on it. It was always something, and I don't know if he thought since I sent him the money for lunch, I was about to be sending money or something or helping him. Oh baby, I'm not one of them bitches. I'm not one of them bitches. You thought you found one, you didn't.
With that being said, and like always, make sure to first and foremost like the video, share the video, comment on it below, and last but not least, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, y'all have a good one.